pumped. Get pumped.
Fantasy underdogs here. Next on the slate, Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson, yeah.
Lamar Jackson.
What do you think about Lamar Jackson?
Oh, you did it to me
Yeah,
there.
I know.
I think I like Lamar Jackson in the sense that he's going to be fun to watch this year. Other than that, I don't think he's a good quarterback. I think for fantasy purposes, he scares me in the sense that he turns the ball over too much. He had 10 fumbles and 3 interceptions in 7 games. 7 games? Do I want a fantasy quarterback that turns the ball over like that? It'd be one thing if he's, like a Brett Favre kind of guy that throws a lot of picks, but he gets you all the yards, he gets you all the touchdowns. You don't get that from him. And he got every single game he was down on the ground. Every single game. I'm like, well, I started him this week because, he was a guy I was always flirting with starting every week during the fantasy playoffs. He just kept getting hit because he's a little spindly guy. He's got those little tiny ankles. Little tiny ankles don't work in the NFL.
Yeah, while I do agree with you, I'll play devil's advocate here, and
Tell me how you feel.
yeah. So Lamar Jackson, the guy he has a floor of probably about 40 to 50 rushing yards a game. Okay,
That's nice. 4
It's
or 5 points. Okay.
very likely, and not very likely, but I would say you got a 50% chance of him scoring a rushing touchdown every single game. Okay, which is pretty solid from the quarterback position. So
10.4.
Yep, 10.4. Plus, you know he's going to probably throw the ball for at least like 175 yards, we'll say, a game. Mm-hmm. And possibility of probably throwing a touchdown.
Not a possibility.
I think with... It's hard to make a case. But with the rushing yards and potential of him being a huge focal point of the offense, he could be a back-end QB1. I think what they would need to do is, they need to bring in a running back to help the run-pass option, I believe.
Gus Edwards
Big
is
time.
good enough.
Gus Edwards is a piece of it, but I think a guy maybe like, we spoke about Le'Veon Bell, I don't know how likely it is, but I think a guy like maybe Tevin Coleman might be able to go in there and help that run-pass option really well, because he was very good in open space with Atlanta, and he knows that role, and he could develop into his own role over there.
Yes.
He can, instead of being the backup all the time, he can be the go-to guy on the run-pass option, which will help open up lanes for himself. Also, I think they need to improve on the wide receivers, obviously. They have nothing. Smokey Brown, he's a free agent. They just cut Crabtree. But this class, like we spoke before, is very deep with wide receivers. So if they can get a guy that can help stretch the field, open up the field a little bit, I think that might be able to help Lamar Jackson become
all
better.
these possibilities for helping Lamar Jackson. The thing that you have to point at too, though, is the floor of his turnovers. When you have 13 turnovers in 7 games, you have to add that 1 to 2 turnovers, which is, -2, -4 to that floor that you already had built in. Take that down. You gotta take it down a little bit. You gotta hope and pray that they get Le'Veon Bell to help him out, because honestly, I don't think Tevin Coleman or anyone in this running back draft class is really gonna help him that much. And if I'm a free agent wide receiver, I look at John Brown's production before and after Lamar Jackson. What do you have, like 7 catches for the rest of the year?
Yeah.
Wow. I want to go there to help me get a big contract. Yep, that's what I want. I don't want to start this guy next year. When you saw that game against the Chargers, they figured out Lamar Jackson. They knew exactly what to do. They spread out the defense. And they shut him down because they know he's not throwing more than 5 to 10 yards. There's nothing he can do. He's bad. Just admit to me he's not that. Everything I agree with you, other than you said he could be a top 12 fantasy quarterback. No, there is literally, maybe, possibly 1% chance that he does that. I'm like a week here or there, maybe, but he's not good. He's not a quarterback. He can't throw.
Well, just in my defense, the back half of the year where he was starting, he was in that, 11 to like 14 range of quarterbacks. Just saying. But in
now
hindsight,
they have the tape on him, and now
I
it's
get it.
over. Lamar Jackson is already over before he's really even begun.
Okay.
And with that, Lamar Jackson, I win! Deodorant!
Yeah. Win some Old Spice.